if I could just add and maybe expand on what Pastor Susan was saying. If we believe that, if we subscribe to the supposition that God is the creator, right, then the way that the world is, the way that He created it, the way that He created men and women, that is all kind of a reflection of His nature. And so we're not just talking about sex, we're talking about everything. We're talking about the sun, we're talking about the earth, we're talking about the beauty of the water. And so that then, all of that reflects some aspect of the Creator, right? The creation reflects back to the Creator. So understanding that, then we can see how in male and femaleness, in the beginning, God created man, male and female. He created human beings, male and female. And one of the reasons that, and Pastor Susang alluded to this, one of the reasons He created male and female is in this, in their complementary ways. Together, when they come together, they reflect something of God. They reflect the beauty of God. That something so different from each other, men and women, can come together in such a beautiful union, in the sexual union, not just physically, but spiritually. And in that union, there is a reflection of the Creator, some aspect of the Creator. And so, if, again, we subscribe to the idea that God created all things, is the beginning of all things, then to go against that design of male and female is actually kind of going against the original intent and purpose of male and female relations. And of course, God teaches it to be monogamous, male and female, till death do you part. And part of that is a reflection of the fact that God loves us for all time, and He doesn't prostitute Himself out to other people. He belongs to you, we belong to Him. It's this very exclusive and committed and faithful relationship. And so, again, that's why in marriage you have this exclusivity with each other to reflect that character of God, that God is a faithful God. He's not just this philandering God who says, oh, well, I liked you people for a little bit, but now these people, built higher towers. So too bad for you guys. Now I'm going to be with these guys. Which, in effect, is what happens when we trade around sexual partners, male or female, right? Because now it's just kind of, well, I like this person better. This person has a better body than this person, and so sorry to you, but bye-bye. That's a very tragic violation of that person's value, right? And so in the male and femaleness, that is God's design to reflect how these two very different things can come together in such a beautiful union. And that's part of the wonderful mystery and glory of God. And so, it's similar to what he was saying, but just another application.
And there's others too. I mean,
yeah, we could go on.
Oh gosh, I mean, it's a big issue, because if you're going to reshape a society's understanding of sex, you're really reshaping incredible things. It's not just one thing you're touching. You're touching like all kinds of things. You're reshaping their understanding of family, reshaping their understanding of community. You're reshaping their understanding of generations. Just to add a little something what Pastor Young said, in the Bible, at the very beginning, in Genesis, it says, we were made in the image of God, male and female, He created them. So it's not even just, any individual reflects the image of God, but the fullness of the image of God cannot be imaged except that in the male and female. And especially in something that's in the covenantal union, the promised union of like marriage. So, like, those are all things that break and are being reshaped in society if something like say gay marriage is accepted. I mean, it's an absolute like revelation down all the way to the bottom. This is why Christians are very unpopular today, because we won't give on this subject, because that's when we might as well just throw the Bible away if we do, quite frankly.
And by the way, that's the same-sex issue. That's just one of a plethora of other ways that God wants the world to be, and He designed the world to be. So It's not really Christians, well, some Christians do, let's be honest, right?
Yes.
But
Most
for our
people
church,
say.
our vision for our church, as far as we can, manage and teach, we subscribe to what, like in Romans it says, talks about same-sex marriage, but in that same portion, it also talks about gossiping and how horrible that can be and how that destroys relationships. It talks about relationships that should be, how fathers and sons and mothers and their kids should relate to one another and respect each other and be honorable to each other. So it's not like, sometimes there's a media portrayal of Christianity as we just focus on, homosexuality. But that's just one of the things that God wants. That's just one of the things that, we can kind of stray from what God, again, if we subscribe that He is a creator, that we can stray from the way that He designed the world to be. He doesn't want there to be gossiping. He doesn't want there to be people stealing from one another. He doesn't want there to be people murdering each other. And He doesn't want people to, play around with those sexual, designs, because that's how God designed it as a reflection of His beauty.